I'm really finding like this really steady dance, like a really easy flow between, like, as you say, observe and choose, question, answer. Like, I see things, I quickly evaluate, I know what I want, I focus on that, and I move right into it. I'm finding such a flow to where I'm almost wondering, like, is that really the goal as we come here as physical humans? Is our goal to, like, master, or, like, what's the word? Like, ascend. Maybe it's like ascend. The dance between all of the contrast and the ease is so fluid and it's so easy. Like, I just almost, like, is that now what? Like, I feel like this place of such, like, I can look at the whole world that could to many look like is in chaos, and I am completely at peace and ease because I realize that is my choice. So, like, when we reach that level, like, is that what we came here for? Was it to reach that level? Is that it?
What we want to bring to your attention is that there are no gold stars and levels and podiums of any kind. There is only movement. And as you feel that at this place you have achieved something you wanted to do, in other words, the stability and steadiness that you wanted to achieve for quite some time, then you're going to and can open up just the new infinite possibilities of that, the new infinite possibilities of that, the new infinite possibilities of that. And that steadiness that you have, it is not about you finding the steadiness and keeping that steadiness and that's it, because that would mean that there is end to something. That would mean that there is a goal. We on purpose kept using that word because goal means finite. You checked it off and that's it. And if you want to use it, there was one on infinite goals. And once you check the next one, that's the first of infinite goals. And when you check that one, that's the first of infinite goals. It is always the first of infinite goals. And you can observe how many you had. You can observe how many gold stars you have gathered for yourself in the feeling of ease. Gold star of this level of ease, or ascension of this level of ease. But we want to bring to your attention that there is no satisfaction in an end goal because there is no end goal. There is no end gold star. There is no end level of ascension. There is no anything like that, because the moment you're experiencing that feeling of more ease and ease, the speed of everything that exists, because we often talk about every question reconfiguring the whole universe, moment by moment by moment, everything that exists being reconfigured with every question that's being experienced, from broadly this experience of everything that exists through your physicality and from your place of physicality into the everything that exists, because as we say, we all are one at all times. And as that question reconfigures everything that exists, and this question reconfigures everything that exists, Kosta cannot even speak as quickly as this is happening, because in movement and oscillation of every particle of the universe, you can even say that everything that exists keeps being done and reborn, done and reborn, done and reborn. But in so much movement like that, there is so much new that you're experiencing, that there is so much speed happening, that all of a sudden you feel like you've gotten that next gold star, but now you want to get a double gold star. And the double gold star feels like nothing else but you, through your observation choice, observation choice, observation choice, finding steady in that particular new speed. And then again, new speed being reconfigured and you sensing what is that new wave, and then catching the new wave and finding stability and steadiness. And this happens moment by moment by moment by moment, but you can feel it in your physicality to come in tides of days, in tides of hours, in tides of weeks and months and years. And oftentimes, based off of that stability of feeling like not much is being changed, you can observe a lot of people around that are agreeing on certain contexts and having this experience of steadiness being of utmost value. And then finding that some sort of discomfort is coming when that starts changing, because change is the only inevitable thing you can experience. Nothing else is inevitable but the change. And so as you understand that change is inevitable, then you start changing your context from those which are years, decades, lifetimes long, and then you start finding variety. You do not diminish those. You do not coming moment by moment by moment by moment by moment experience, because your physicality does not allow you. Your curiosity about planning does not allow you. Your curiosity about receiving what's the future step in discovery does not allow you. And it does not allow you on purpose, because you want to have variety. You do want to have some intentions for a lifetime. You do want to have some intentions for decades. You do want to have some intentions for each year. You do want to have some intentions for each month, for a week, for a day, for an hour. But in understanding that it's not only moment by moment and only lifetime long type of focuses, then you understand that you're moving based off of how you feel within your own steadiness. And once you have steadiness of everything that exists, then you can receive so much more on variety of which you call levels. And we tease you about the gold stars, about movements. But then also you can be so much moment by moment by moment that sometimes focusing on having that bigger picture or even few days does not allow you to see it, and then you want to have that balance within you. Kosta had this experience just yesterday with his friends of going out and a lot of physical focus, a lot of interaction. Kosta and Armand do not have this much interaction in Miami. This was the first time after about 12 years that Kosta has spent more than few weeks in the place of his where he spent most of his adult early life and up until early adult life, and then having this experience that he does not go just to check in with some of these people and some of these friends, but seeing them over and over, having this experience of living again with them moment by moment by moment and checking in with them more often, having some of these long-term relationships of people coming through and now seeing how they're dancing in their own question answer dance. And there was so much of that feeling and so much of that focus in that question vibration, because there was a lot of outward focus, that he prioritized himself. He told Armand, I want to do what I preach when I talk to others. He told him, I even created a course to help people to look within about this particular experience, to prioritize themselves when they feel, and when that weekly or monthly or yearly plan starts being overwhelming, to go into the moment and find ease in the moment. And then the best solution he's chosen at the moment, and he went to sleep. He went to sleep so early that he slept 13 hours and felt like the universe that he is in reconfigured so much so that he was reborn again. And this is what we're bringing to your attention when it comes to gold stars, when it comes to moving through your questions, when it comes to now what. The moment you ask now what, you're going to start looking for trouble in the best possible way. You're going to go into interacting with others. You will feel that that place of that gold star, of that ascension, or that level you're talking about is just a new platform for new infinite, because new infinite is what is part of you so much so that you're perpetually eternal in your most basic and most thrilling form of all.
Okay, so I love that you're playing with me about gold stars, because I never would have even thought of that, but it just feels really fun. So thank you for that. So really, it's just you reach a new level of steadiness, and then a million other things will happen, and then you just reach a new level of steadiness there, and then a million other things can happen. So that really is just the infiniteness.
That infiniteness that you're describing with those beautiful words we just offered you moments ago is about you seeing that there is always going to be a new question. There is never going to feel in your physical and every other physical iteration like there is not something about movement. It is just sometimes you had so much clarity in your place that you want to clean slate, and that is why your physical iterations are not all tied in. But your experience, the formula, the system of that beautiful, eternal, perpetual question-answer dance is really about that. It is about you experiencing new discovery based off of your observation and choice and clear wanting, and then releasing it into new discovery and then new observation and choice. And that is the beauty of eternity. We know it sounds very simple. We know that it sounds sometimes that can be the only thing to experience. But once you find ease in that place, then you feel that everything that exists, configuration that is changing moment by moment, then you can really feel it. Then you can really feel how everything that exists just reconfigured based off of that one question. You can sense it because at that point you're pointed back to see new layers of something you've never seen before about you. And that is the moment when you're witnessing how everything that you have affects everything that exists, and how we all at all times are one.